Adversity. When someone says this, you instantly think of a time in your life where you or a friend faced challenges where you just had to overcome them. As college students, we face challenges like this every day, whether it be a homework assignment, a test, social life, or unusual circumstances like what's happening right now. When I think of adversity, I think of St. Louis in 2018. My high school marching band was preparing to perform at the Bands of America Super Regional in the Edwards Jones Dome in St. Louis, Missouri. The drumline and I were being led down this corridor to meet with the rest of the band so we could go perform. We were being led by a proctor, probably a college student, and they didn't really know their way around the stadium. We were in a line, as we usually are. Everyone's 110% focused on what they're about to go and do. Until crash. We hear this loud crash. And it turns out that one of our bass drummers had been led into this pile of drum major podiums. A freak accident. No one to blame, really. His vision was impaired because he played the largest bass drum and couldn't see where he was going. The other section leader and I ran to the front without hesitation, just to see what happened. Turns out he hurt his knee pretty badly, to the point where it was really difficult for him to walk. He was faced with a very tough decision. Go out and perform what he's been practicing this entire year, or sit out. He chose to perform. And resulting, we got one of our best placements ever at BOA. Now, this wasn't just because he performed, but it certainly helped. Looking back on it, there are three key things that I learned from his experience. One is to never lose hope. Two, you are capable of doing so much more than you realize. And three, don't start something you don't intend to finish. The first thing comes from just that he could easily have gotten bogged down and very disappointed of what happened to him. But he pushed through and persevered. Something that not a lot of people could do. And still performed and gave it his all. Even though he was injured and the performance was impaired. Two is that you can do so much more than you're capable of. Than you think you're capable of. Certainly no one expected him to perform after this freak accident had just befallen him. A lot of personal trainers honestly use this statistic that when you think you're just down and out and finished, you're really only 40% through with what you can accomplish. And I think that really applies to this story and to college life, because you can easily get bogged down and think you're through. Maybe you feel like you can't study anymore. But if you just give it a little bit more, you can get a lot out of it. And three is starting something you don't start something you don't intend to finish. And he was so driven to finish and perform at his best that he wasn't going to let his knee injury get in the way of something he had worked towards for more than that year. And college is certainly something like that. That applies to everyone here. We're all going through a very similar thing. And I hope this speech helped put in perspective kind of our situation and how to persevere through it.